So we're back with our next episode of covering the top 30 prospects from MLB Pipeline. We're going to jump right into this. Hopefully you've watched the previous 30 through 26, and now we get into a person that a lot of us don't know anything about. I have not seen him in spring training. He's probably not even in spring training. He's probably still in Dominican. But that's Joendry Vargas. Vargas, huh? That's an interesting name. I've heard about a guy named Vargas. We might see him on this list. So this Vargas, Joendry Vargas, was signed as he was their top guy. He was the number 3 ranked prospect for the international guys. The Dodgers got him for over $2 million. So if you need a loan, you know where to go. However, this kid literally, look at this, 17 years old, and he didn't turn 18 until November. Look at this though, 6'4". Yeah, I know. What the heck? Why didn't God give us these skills, Trinidad? I just don't get it. Hit grade, hit 55, power 55, run 50, arm 60. Oh, field 55. So this overall is a bunch of bold, you know what?
Yep. For
Yeah,
it to be a
this is
45, no way.
yeah. So we already talked about Munoz in our last episode. Guys like Munoz and this Vargas will replace the other Vargas near the top of the list within a year or two. I expect both Munoz and Vargas to climb up this thing very fast. Again, I haven't laid eyes on him. I'm going to do some research on him a little bit more. He was a switch hitter. They like him a lot. I mean, number 3 prospect gets 2 million. There's reasons that they do that.
Right.
So very exciting. Like we talked about briefly in the last episode, after Eddie's Leonard, there are really not any prospects at AA or above for shortstop that we know of. It all goes down, from Great Lakes on down. They're loaded. Here's another one. Of course, the big question was with this guy, we don't know how he's going to grow. No one does. I mean, you can look at his parents, but I don't know what his parents look like. But the question is, does he stay at shortstop? But does his body grow? How does he grow?
Right.
And so we'll see. But I can't wait to see more of him. Did he even play? He didn't even play last year. So I expect him to start. Yeah, they already have him on the Batista team and the Dominican Summer League. So we'll see him there. And hopefully spring training next year, we'll be able to capture some actual video of him and meet him and see what kind of a person he is. I expect him to be a quality person, of course. He is a Dodger. Now, and this is dumb. Michael Grove at 24th. Give me a break. Come on. This guy's ready for the major leagues right now. So Trinidad, we haven't talked that much lately, but Gonsolin down. He's
Yep.
out for at least opening day. It's going to be longer. Who knows how long, but I don't know. You've probably watched more spring training games than I have because I was busy all in the minor leagues area. We got Michael Grove, we got Ryan Pepio, ready to roll. Andre Jackson. I mean, I think we're
I got,
okay.
yeah, I mean, even when one guy down, I mean, you already know they just have way too many guys ready to come up and just take over that starting position in the rotation. So, like you said, we have Michael Grove, Ryan Pepio, who these guys struggled a little bit with some command, but now all of a sudden during spring training, now their command is literally on point. So, I mean, yeah, these guys got the jitters a little bit last season, but I think now with the experience, now they know what it feels like to go in situations if they got runners in scoring position, how to hold them on, and things like that. So, I mean, to them, I just think that's all they needed, just a little bit hard work, a little bit, some time off to really think about what they needed to work on, and now they're doing really well now in spring training.
Yeah, I think my biggest question for him, does he keep the minor league number of 78 or does he go lower? Get a real number.
Right.
I also wonder that with Outman, I wouldn't be surprised if Outman keeps 77, to be honest with you. Wouldn't
Very
surprise
true.
me.
I mean, you saw Diego's wearing 76 too, so a lot of these
Yeah.
guys are probably going to keep that big number for the
Yeah, we
most
did
part.
see Miguel though. Miguel went from 71 to 17, so that's cool.
Right.
Okay. Good friend of the show, Jose Ramos.
Playing in the
Um,
WBC too.
Yeah, laid one out, didn't he, man? He got Panama on the board with a serious bomb. Um, I think we were all surprised he wasn't protected
Right.
in the Rule 5. He wasn't taken, thank goodness. I think teams are going to regret that. Um, it is, and it's kind of equivalent, Trinidad, to when we talk about the pitchers. The one thing they all have to work on is their command. And I think with the batters, there's a similar thing, and it's strikeouts. They almost to a T, almost all
Right.
need to work out. There's guys like Adolfo Ramirez that go out and can throw strikes rolling out of bed, and it does, they just can do that. But in some of these hitters can, like Miguel Vargas doesn't have a strikeout problem, but he's the exception, not the rule. Everyone else has a strikeout problem, and it's just the way
Right.
it is. They're growing, they're learning. They're going to learn how to select better pitches and work the count better and all that. But I like Jose Ramos for sure. I'm glad he's sticking around. He did struggle when he went to Great Lakes, and I think it's just a matter of how many adjustments there, what type of adjustments is he willing to make. The coaching staff is there for him, and hopefully he will be able to absorb more of those more of the things from the staff. You got any
Yeah, I think
further
right
thoughts
now
on that? Yeah.
he still has a lot of time to grow. How old is he? Like only like 21, somewhere like
He's
that.
young, yeah. The fact that they had to supposedly protect him. It
Oh,
says he's 20. He just turned 22. Oh, I didn't know this. He's New Year's baby.
yeah. So there you go. So he's still got a little bit to develop.
Yeah.
From what I've seen in Rancho till he got called up, I know one thing that kind of like made me realize it a little bit. He was mostly trying to go for the long ball mostly now.
Hmm.
But and even in the WBC, you could tell his swing is just very long too. So I think if he keeps it short and compact, and just makes contact with the ball, his speed is gonna help him out a lot.
Right.
But he still got time to develop. He's only 22, but I think at this point of his career and his age, is gonna be time where he has to make better pitch selection and what he's gonna swing at.
Yeah. I think this is a big year for him. He'll probably start out at Great Lakes again and then just needs to really kick some butt up there. Oh man.
Yep, this
Home
guy.
run hitter today, right? Johnny
Yeah.
DeLuca. Tell you, man, our prospects showed up today for the Dodgers. They were all good, and the guys that started. Johnny DeLuca is, the fact that he's ahead of Ramos now is show. It says a lot. It says a lot about DeLuca.
Oh yeah.
Um, the guy just he's there. He's a local guy. Um, he used to be a switch hitter. He's a very good athlete. He got a 60 run, and that might even be faster. He was a track star type guy. Um, Jeez. Look at this guy. 25th round, 2019. The Dodgers,
You could
it's this type of stuff that's the reason the Dodgers are good at what they do. They don't and
right.
they haven't been able to have those high first round picks. They're
That is
stuck.
true.
It'll be interesting to see like what the Padres do, when they don't have, pick 8, 3, 5. Now they're going to be, in the 20s if they do what they think they're going to do, and they probably are. They're going to be tough. But Johnny DeLuca,
Even
man,
Even with
oh,
Johnny DeLuca, this is one guy we thought that the Dodgers wouldn't even protect at one point. I was even shocked when they put him on the roster.
yeah, they see something. That's for sure. They definitely see something, and the fact that he's starting to really get comfortable in spring training is encouraging to me. Oh boy, Ronan
Uh,
Kopp, the big
Dodger
man.
Madison Bumgarner.
Yeah, how he his control's getting better. He was
Oh
making
yeah,
he was during spring training, from what I saw and what previously saw. The control is getting better. The guy works hard. I know that's the one thing I know about him. He's a hard worker. He wants this so freaking bad. Um, yeah. So tell people about Ronan. Six foot
oh,
seven, Ronan.
Ronan is one of the guys that when he got came up when I first saw him in Rancho, he got lit up a fierce like two starts, and then was a little bit bummed. But I mean, that's what it happens when you go to pro ball. You know, you're gonna have those hiccups in the beginning, and then once you get your feet wet, you get comfortable. I mean, after that, he was just lights out. His command was starting to get developed, and then he was piling up the strikeouts as well too, and his velocity was just going high and higher. So I mean, I think he topped out at like a 98, 99 almost.
Yeah, he's right up there.
Yeah, so I mean, then he got the call up, and I mean, best of luck to him for the rest of the way. I mean, for him to be a lefty with some movement on his fastball, and you know, it's something you would definitely want in your rotation down the road.
Yeah, he was actually getting better at Great Lakes. I mean, he had 1.93 ERA. Oh, he only pitched a little bit. He was back to relief. The walks are still there, but you know, he right now it looks like they are aiming him to be a starter. And I think you do that with a guy like this, a guy with that much talent, that much upside, and see what happens. Doesn't work out. I have a feeling he would be one of the great relievers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
nice little
So,
setup guy.
yeah, or I don't know. I see him as a closer possibly, and we'll see though. So that covers 25 through 21. We will be back. In fact, we're going to record the next part of it. After we sign off on this one, we'll be recording probably 20 through 15 or however many we can get in that seems appropriate. So thank you for listening, and be ready for the next one.